Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Pastor's Wife's Perspective with me, Sharita, McDaddy, and today we are talking about 7 mistakes that wives make in marriage. 7 mistakes that women make in marriage. Let's get into today's video. Point number 1, being the nagging wife or controlling wife. This is the woman trying to control the actions of her husband because she feels her way is the best, or that the husband is not taking action quickly or listening to what she has to say. That is the nagging wife. Okay, so I want to explain nagging. Okay, it means persistently annoying or finding fault with someone. A nagging wife feels disrespected. She becomes angry and resentful. She always sees faults in everything, and that is bad for your relationship. Listen, if your husband has been telling you that you complain too much or you talk too much, that's the sign that you are trying too hard to solve problems and taking decision-making rights away from your husband. Most women who become nagging probably didn't start like that. No. They were mostly polite in putting across their concerns without being disrespectful. But when the husband continues to not listen to her or think he alone could handle it or handle a decision, she becomes annoyed and will start to pick fights with you for leaving her out of decision making. She then argues with the man instead of being polite because she knows he will not listen to her advice anyway. And mostly that's how the nagging starts. So when issues come up, she just goes straight to argument mode. If you're a woman and you have a strong urge to control everything around you, or you want to be a parent to your husband and dominate or be the dominant partner in the relationship, then you are easily slipping into becoming a nagging wife. And nagging and controlling, I think they go together. The man that you are trying to talk over and screaming and shouting is still not listening to you. All he hears in his ears is noise, noise, noise. If your husband is doing something or he is not reacting to a situation the way that you think that he should, it is good that you communicate your point clearly to him about it, and then you leave it alone. Again, I say, leave it alone. Leave him to decide what to do with that information. Why should you try to force him to do things your way? And who told you that your idea is the best one? Because sometimes our ideas are not the best, but we just want to force our way so that they accept what we are saying, and that is also not right. Some women also think by using their emotions. So some women become very emotional and they cry all the time, thinking that will make him listen by being emotional. But really, sis, that only worked when he was trying to woo you, when he was doing everything to please you so that you marry him. After that, no, it doesn't work that way. All that you will achieve from nagging is to push the man away. They begin to hide things from you. When you nag too much, they begin to hide things from you. They begin to avoid you. He stops coming home early, and you are still complaining. You start saying things, hey, now you don't even come home early. You don't play with me. You don't want to sit and have conversation with me. Anytime I try to talk to you, you run away from me. Why? And that is signs of a nagging wife. You are trying too hard, so stop. You need to stop. That man will be glad to stay in the office till 12 midnight because they don't want to deal with your behavior. I mean, it's okay to talk, to complain about a situation you are not happy with, but it's not okay to want an outcome that suits you and then be trying to enforce it on him. That decision is not yours. Listen, Our mother Sarah from the Bible went to Abraham one day and told Abraham to sleep with one of her maidservants. I'm sure that at the beginning, Abraham was like, no, Sarah, God has told me that I'll be a father of many nations and it will come to pass. But Sarah wanted what she wanted, okay? So Ishmael was born. But listen, later, Sarah went back to Uncle Abi, and Ishmael was sad. I ask, why did the devil ask Eve all the questions he did instead of Adam? Because from what I read in the Bible, Adam was with Eve when she ate the apple and gave some to him to eat. In Genesis chapter 3, verse 6b, the Bible says she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate it. Did Satan know that it would be easier to get a favorable response from Eve than from Adam? Was that why he chose to talk to Eve instead of Adam? I don't know. But I think women are more emotional, and sometimes we make decisions based on how we feel. Therefore, we want things fast and immediate, unlike men who like to calculate things and take time to decide. A man will say yes or no, and he is done. Because he has done all his calculations in his head. But a woman will say yes with 1,000 words to explain the yes. Because of what Eve did, God said to her in verse 16b, your desire will be for your husband and he will rule over you. God says that the man will rule over you. Why are you trying to rule over him or trying to force him to do things your way? You will fail. Period. My advice is to stop nagging. Learn to communicate your point and stay quiet so you don't end up saying things that you will later come to regret. Sometimes you just need to accept your helplessness and take him to the one who has authority over him. And when you go on your knees, pray for him, okay? And pray for yourself also, because you never know. Maybe what you were trying to communicate, you were wrong, okay? It's also good to have a third party, maybe your pastor or a counselor, to talk about what you are feeling or what you are telling him that he's not trying to do. Tell the third party about it and listen for their advice. What are they also saying? Are they telling you you are wrong or you are right? Because sometimes you might be so wrong, but because you don't have any other person telling you that what you are saying is wrong, you might think you are right. Listen, don't destroy your relationship by pushing him away, by being too controlling. Don't forget, this nagging can also affect your children. You are teaching them to disrespect their father. You are teaching them that the man, your husband, is not good enough and doesn't deserve respect. Okay? If you want to stop nagging, then learn to not repeat your statements. Learn to not repeat your words. Do not think your husband did not hear you the first time. I'm talking about those who have identified that they nag a lot. Okay? Nagging is a controlling behavior. Sometimes just ask yourself, is it worth it nagging over the situation? Instead of saying things like, you always leave without saying goodbye. You never throw the rubbish away. You never remember our anniversary. Why not rather say it in a different way? I will be happy if you say goodbye when you leave. I would love to get a goodbye kiss from you in the morning. I want you to remember our anniversary, okay? Finally, accept that there are things you may not be able to change immediately. Nagging will only create a further divide. Learn the act of waiting and waiting in prayer instead, okay? Point number 2. Comparing your marriage to other people's marriage. And I don't know why people don't want to be unique, because your marriage is unique. So you married a 5-foot man and your friend is married to a 6-foot man with a big stomach who likes to eat out all the time, and you are comparing yourself to them. And interestingly, you always see your friend on Instagram and she has posted they are in one restaurant or the other eating, and you want your husband to do the same for you. He should take you out and create Instagram posts of your outing. That's what you want. But my question to you is, are you in your friend's home? Do you know what is truly going on? Maybe he is a foodie. He likes food and that's why they are always out. If you want to be just like them, then instead of saying you never take me out, you could say something like, I want to take you out, darling. And then when you do, see if the two of you will enjoy doing that. Comparing is not healthy for a relationship. No one is perfect. You are not perfect and your spouse is not perfect. And that person you are comparing your relationship to, they are not perfect either. That couple you are trying so hard to copy have their own issues, okay? You have not gone into their bedroom to know what is really going on. Not the Instagram or the Facebook pic of them. That doesn't really show what is going on. I mean, be happy for people. When people post things, like and be happy for them. That's not what I am saying. I'm not saying don't be happy for people, but I'm saying don't compare. Marriage is unique and it displays God's glory, not man's glory. It's a sacred union, not to compare to societies or measure up to social media standards of what a good relationship is. But marriage is to glorify God. We were not created to look the same. I am unique. And so are you. My marriage is unique and yours too is unique. If there are issues in your marriage, instead of blaming and comparing, look at how and I emphasize on what I can do to improve on this area of my marriage to bring joy and the purpose of God to be fulfilled in that area of my marriage, okay? Yeah. We all have different characters. We are extroverts and introverts. You do not expect an extrovert to behave as an introvert, okay? Because that is what you want. Galatians chapter 1 verse 10. For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? Who are you trying to please in your relationship? Who are you trying to please, God or man? Think about that. That brings me to my next point. Not making sex and intimacy a priority in marriage. I personally think, and that is why this channel is Pastor's Wife Perspective, my perspective. I share my perspective on things. I think that a lot of hurts in marriage could be resolved if Christian couples are more intimate and prioritize sex in marriage. Yes, there are a lot of issues that bring divorce in marriage, but a lot also can be resolved when couples are more intentional about their intimate sex life. So putting on the jeans pants to bed to punish your husband is hurting your relationship more than you think, okay? So God designed Christian couples to stay emotionally, spiritually, and physically intimate. And sex is a way to cement the bond between a husband and a wife. I know we can get busy and tired and then we begin to push sex away. Most women stop thinking about it. And when their partners ask for sex, they complain about how tired they are. Look, it will get to a time where he will get tired of asking if you are always refusing. So, schedule time for sex. And I don't mean put a pen to it and say we will have sex at 9 p.m. on Tuesdays. No. What I mean is this. Send him that text message that says it's on tonight, baby. add the a smiley emoji to it. That creates the anticipation, and he is happy even if he's at work, because he knows something good is about to happen when he gets home. I mean, when you do these things, you solidify your bond by giving him a hug and telling him you miss him during the day. Go sit in his lap sometimes, play that game together, watch his favorite shows together with him, hold hands, give him a kiss. Even when he is busy, go and disturb him. If it's a man who doesn't like to do these things, you'll see him begin to do same to you because you are teaching him. When it comes to intimacy, I tell you, put in 100%, not the 50-50 thing, okay? The next mistake is, I think this is 4, not taking care of yourself. This includes your health. We mothers can put a lot on our plates. Being a wife and a mom is a 24-hour job. We want to take care of everybody, husband, children, external family, and we mostly push our needs to the back. Sometimes you need me time, or else you'll be so stressed from all that is going on around you. You need time to reset. Do something daily that fills your soul and makes you smile. So dress up, go out sometimes, learn to exercise, keep the heart healthy. You know, I used to wonder why people will wake up at 4 a.m. just to go on a run. But if you are a mom with a busy day and want to do things for yourself, you have to wake up earlier. Don't push your health aside. Proverbs 23 verse 4a says, don't wear yourself out trying to get rich. So don't wear yourself out trying to please others. You need to be in the best of health as much as you can. And by the grace of God, you will be. So that your family can enjoy you. And let's talk also about hygiene. Also very important, you know, in Ghana it's so hot, we need to shower at least twice a day. You know, when I'm doing these videos, I have to put the fan and the air condition off because they make so much noise. And you see, I sweat a lot. That's what, in Ghana, it is so hot. And so most women will prefer to put the cloth around them and do whatever that they want to do. But sometimes when you are home, you need to dress up. I mean, dress comfortably. Take that cotton, something cotton, and look good. Something that is not too tight on you that, I mean, the heat will know, but something that looks more presentable than putting just the cloth around you. And you know, simple things like wash your hair, let it look nice. I mean, working women are better able to take care of themselves because they go out more. And stay-at-home moms sometimes neglect their hygiene. And the more you neglect it, it becomes a habit. It's not appropriate for you, and certainly your husband will not enjoy that when he comes home every time and sees you unkept and looking raggedy all the time, okay? There are times you will look unkept, but when it is persistent, it's a big no-no, okay? I think this video is very long. I'll do a part 2 of this video where we will talk about the other 3 points. God bless you. Please, if you were to this point and you liked my content, please make sure to subscribe. Thank you.